Uh-oh. Hello, hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. We'll wait till some more people get in. Happy Sunday. Hello, hello, hello. Wait for people to get in and join me. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Welcome on YouTube. Welcome on Facebook. Hello, hey, Carol. If this is your first time joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Tangi. Carol is in the comments on YouTube and Facebook. And together we are two chicks with a side hustle where we post work at home jobs, open my side gigs and side hustles. And if you are new to working at home, we help you get started with working at home. We give you tips and tricks, and we post work at home jobs and side gigs and side hustles. And we also help you get started by doing these lives. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As always, the first part of our lives will be questions. So if you have any questions today, please put them in the chat, and Carol will answer you. Hello, Rockley. How are you? It is kind of rainy where we are. It's not raining now, but it's gloomy, and we are on social distancing. I guess that's what they're calling. Hey, Rockley. Basically, just talk about yourself, what type of hobbies you have, and also how you have tutored before. Mine was hello, hello, hello. I'm Tangi. I like to travel, la da 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 da, and I have tutored people who from mine was, I think I tutored people from Mexico who did not have English as their first language and things like that. Be very upbeat, and you should not have a problem. Oh, Sykes, they want you to do a video? I never heard of that. Carol, have you heard of Sykes doing recorded video interviews? I haven't. That's interesting, Rockley. Yes, but good luck on Cambly. It is a great side hustle. People are working that like a full-time job, so it could be whatever you want to make it, Rockley. So how have you guys been? Again, we are in social distancing, so we have been around the house a lot these past few days. It's really kind of sad, but I guess it's necessary for the spread of the virus not to get any worse than it already is, I guess. Yeah. I don't know, Rockley, about that Sykes in a video interview. Maybe someone else has, but I'm not sure. Oh, they want to interview you by video? That sounds like what it is. They may do a video interview. I would not say. Oh, I don't know. I've only did a couple of video interviews, so I'm not really sure. I'm so used to the phone interviews, but I have done a couple of video interviews. Did anyone have any questions? It is a really dreary Sunday. And today we are just going to give you tips on how to land the higher paying work from home jobs. So if you're really wanting to look at doing work at home full time, really wanting to land something that will sustain you and your family, we are giving 7 tips that will help you land that higher paying work at home job. I don't know, Carol. She'll probably answer you, Rockley. Did anyone have any questions? This one. We are on spring break, so I don't know if you guys are where you are. We on spring break, so it's gonna be pretty laid back for us this week, at least for me. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of things to do extra. Yeah, so I won't have a lot of things to do extra. I think since we're on social isolation, I may do some spring cleaning or just work, find something to do, do some things maybe different in the group. So, so you guys, out of my boredom, maybe new things in the group because I know they just told a lot of people. Hola, Evelyn. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? They told us, well, I work for a school district, and the largest school district here is not to report at all. They are not to come to work, the students, nor the staff, in which 12-month employees, we usually do work during spring break. So I'm just waiting to see will my district follow suit and we be off for the social distancing. Hey, Jamelia, what is your issue with your application? Is it not going through? Good afternoon. Are you having trouble submitting it? I don't know if they're hiring right now, so maybe that is the trouble you're having, or just can you kind of elaborate? Oh, congratulations, Rockley. Congratulations. So we will see what this social distancing brings for us. So I know a lot of people are still having to report to work. So we're going to see what that is going to be like in the days ahead. I am just one of those conspiracy theory persons. Oh, Jamelia. Okay. So, Jamelia, the key is to check early in the morning. I think maybe 3 a.m. Carol, was that the time? Like midnight, 3 a.m. And then you can get an interview because that is the time that they put the slot, they open the slots. So you are going to have to just figure out what time you can get up and catch one. Oh, okay. So that's like 11 to 1. Okay. I don't know. Oh, Carol said 12 to 1. Okay, Carol. So Jamelia, maybe you can try between those times. But you have to be quick because, guys, remember there are probably thousands of other people who, Yep. So try it then, Jamelia. Yeah, try it then. And it's probably not someone physically it is doing it. It's probably a I can't even think of the name. Process. That's what I want to say. A process that they have that releases the time to the schedule. So it's probably just a process that they built into their system. So, and it probably runs only one time a day. So when those times are gone, they're gone. So make sure you're up early checking it. And you should be okay. Well, let us know, Jamelia. Let us know. Any more questions? Oh, okay. Oh, this okay, Rockley. I'll let Carol. 'Cause I don't know who. Okay. Any more questions? Any questions in the group on Facebook? Any more questions? Oh, okay, Rockley. What's our YouTube page and our Facebook links? I'm sure she will find something. Okay. Do we have any more questions? Any more? So now we are going to, if we don't have, oh, okay, Rockley. Great, great. I'm happy to hear it. Okay, guys, so today we are going to talk about 7 tips that we have came up with that will help you land that higher paying work at home job. A lot of people are looking again for something that will sustain their family, sustain their, way of living, and they want to leave the brick and mortar and they want to find something that is higher paying. So we put together these 7 things that will help you land that work at home job that is higher paying. Now, these are our tips, things we have used to help us land higher paying work at home jobs. There are no means the end all to be all. They will definitely land you, but they will most certainly help. So number 1, you will need some type of work at home experience. And by that, we mean you need to have worked from home, not for a long time, but at least 6 months to a year. You have needed to work at home, which is why we give you the beginner friendly positions, because the beginner friendly positions are actually can be used as part-time positions, which will give you work at home experience. So Carol and I started doing part-time work from home. And it was part-time. We did it at night. We did it on the weekends, early in the morning. We worked from home. So when it was time for me, when I was forced out of my job that I had with Carol, they fired me. I was forced to try to find something at home. And so because I had worked with the beginner friendly company for, I think it was at that time, maybe almost a year that I had been working from home, they took a chance on me working another full-time position from home because I had worked at beginner-friendly positions. So it may not be the job that you want from working from home, but it is a process. If you start working from home and you want to transition, you just need to start doing something part-time, something that it's not stressful for you, not, that wouldn't take a lot away from your family, something that you can get some work from home experience from. So we're not saying that you need 6, 7 years work at home experience. You just need some work at home experience. And a lot of the best way to get that to me is to do the beginner friendly companies, because the beginner friendly will hire you with little to no work at home experience. And if your goal is to transition to working from home and you want the higher paying job, then take the beginner friendly for now. Do it the required hours that they require you a week just to get your experience. So when you do decide to transition from home, that will not be a barrier for you. You have knocked that out the way. So you need some type of work at home experience. So be it if you, did customer service, texting, any type of work at home experience will be good. So just make sure if you are looking for that higher paying work at home job, make sure you have some type of work at home experience. Number 2, you need a decent computer if one is not provided. But if you are looking for a work at home job that pays a little more money, you need to have a decent computer. We talked a couple of Mondays ago about computers that will allow you to start working from home. And so once you have started working from home and you have made more money from working from home, invest in a better computer. Get a computer that suits your needs, that you will be able to get that higher paying work at home job. And you probably could still do the higher paying work at home job with the computer you got for your beginner friendly. But if you are looking to make more money, you will need to invest. So invest in you a decent computer, something that will last you, something that the technology is, newer, and it will sustain you for a while. When we are working from homes, our computers are our investments. Our internet is our investments. Those are the things that allow us to work from home. So we always need to invest in the things that allow us to do our job. So I may buy a computer once every 2 years because I invest back in my computer, because it allows me to make an income every month. I can make money off my computer, so I need to invest in a better computer, a newer computer, just to make sure that I can keep up with technology and allow myself to keep working from home. So you need to make sure you have a decent computer. So, and I'm not saying run out when you first start working and buy this high dollar computer. We did a video a couple of Mondays ago about computers to get you started. So take a look at that and check it out. If you're new to working from home, check out that video. We gave a couple of links to Amazon and Walmart of computers that will work for you and your beginner friendly position. So just invest in your technology, invest in your computer. After you work from home a while, invest in you a newer computer up to date to make sure you have all everything you need to land that higher paying work at home job if they don't provide the equipment. Okay. Number 3, office setup. Okay. So we need to have, I'm not going to say it does need to be a self-contained room, because it really doesn't have to be. If you are working, in a room that is not, it may double as your bedroom, it may double as your living room. If it's not a contained office space, make sure you have something to like section it off. Maybe, like we got a rolling rack, and I would put the rolling rack, and I would put clothespins and a sheet on each side and make it tight. And that was my makeshift office. That was it. Just a rolling rack with a sheet on it, and, just to separate myself. So if I did have the video interview, it would look like I have a separate office space. So make sure, even if you don't have a real desk and it's a table, and, make sure that it's set up correctly, that you have, your chair, your table, desk, whatever you need, your phone sitting next to you. Make sure you have a great office setup, because, if you do these video interviews, they're wanting to see, they're looking at your surroundings. Where are you at? Where will you be taking my calls? If you're taking my calls and they're where the TV at, of course, I'm really not going to hire you. So make sure your office setup is good. You don't have to have a separate space, but make sure the space that you are showing them is clean, free of, debris, and you're not coming in there, with stuff on the floor, people running around. No, they don't want to see that. They want to make sure that the space is quiet, clutter-free, and, you're able to take their calls without any interruption. So, hey, Jean, I tell people all the time, I interviewed for a school one time, and my dog started barking. I know I was on video, and I was in the process of doing a demo class, and she started barking because the FedEx man knocked on the door. So, I couldn't help that because that wasn't, I didn't know FedEx was coming to the door. And so, but in hindsight, I should have maybe put her in the garage or something like that. So they couldn't hear her barking, because we never know what's going to take place, So if you have animals, and if you just want to make sure that your work area is clean and quiet. So that is, and you have a nice office setup. You don't have to have the best. You don't have to have a nice desk. As long as it's clean and free of debris, and you look like you're organized, I think it is a great thing. Number 4, knowledge of technology. You are going to need some knowledge of technology, meaning when they tell you, okay, your upload, download speed of your internet needs to be at a certain speed, you need to, if they give you that in the description of the job, before you even apply or even look at the job, you want to make sure your internet speed is to par. And you can go to speedtest.net and always check your internet speed. They'll give you your upload speed, your download speed, and your ping. So speedtest.net, that is your best friend when you are looking to see about your internet speed. And a lot of companies will ask you to screenshot them your speedtest.net results. But, if you want to check your upload speed, download speed, so you'll know if you need to call Comcast and see what the problem is, then you can do that. But speedtest.net, and make sure you know what, if they tell you to upload something or download something, make sure you know how to do that, because those are things that they're looking for. Make sure you know where your control panel is on your computer. Make sure you know how to look up files on your C drive. Make sure you know what your download folder is. Make sure you have a knowledge of technology, because a lot of working from home, they assume that you already know these things because you're working from a computer. So they assume a lot out of us who work from home, because they're not going to explain, okay, go here, 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 and here. They're going to say, okay, well, I need you to go to your C drive and locate the whatever file they want you to locate. So you need to know how to navigate to your C drive. You need to know how to navigate to your downloads folder. So make sure you have knowledge of technology. Read the job descriptions. They want to make sure you can maneuver through applications. Make sure you know what applications are. Make sure you know the things that they are talking about on that job description when it comes to the technology. So make sure you know that. Okay, this next one, number 5, I have talked about this, I know, a bunch of times, and those of you have joined us, you already know. You need to tailor your resume to the job description. I've said this many and many of times. They don't have a person looking at your resumes anymore. That is no more. They are using software programs to look for keywords that are in your resume or your job application, and you need to have those keywords. If you are looking to get an interview or looking to get a callback, you need to have those keywords, because if you don't have those keywords, you will never get a callback. You will never get an interview. So, and, okay, Rockly gives you free templates. Okay. So make sure you are following that. I tell all people, there are strategies to getting a job. So if you are looking for a job, actively looking for a job, you need to make sure you are doing the right things. And if you're just filling out the application, saying the same thing on every application and wondering why you're not getting hired, because you're not putting the work it takes to get hired. You have to put in the work. You're not going to fill out an application and expect to get a call back. Oh, okay. You're asking, let me think, Rockley. Hey, Cody. And I'll get back to you. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to, every resume should not be the same for every job. Every application should not say the same thing for every job. You need to make some changes. You need to tailor your resume or your application to that job description. Okay. Another thing, if you do get an interview, be confident. Be confident. Make them think that you really know how to do the job. Let them know that you are confident you will be able to perform the duties that they are asking. Make sure you have things that you can say if they ask you certain questions. If they, one of the big customer service ones is, tell us a time how you dealt with an irate customer. So you just tailor it to whatever the job description says. I have one that I use all the time that, it works. I work for Virgin Mobile doing their tech support. So I would use those customers who had problems with their phone and they left out happy. And they left jolly and happy when they hung up the phone. They gave me a great survey, things like that. So you need to make sure you have your stories together when you're interviewing. You have to anticipate the questions that they're going to ask. You have to think about things that you've done in your previous employment that will make you stand out to them. Make sure you listen when they ask you the questions. Make sure you listen when they're telling you things about the company. So when you have your questions that you need to ask, when you can have questions that you can ask when they're done. And it's the end of the interview and they ask you, do you have any questions? Make sure you have a piece of paper and a pencil or pen to jot down things, because that will give you questions if you have any at the end of the interview. One lady told me a long time ago, always ask questions back of the interviewer, because that lets them know that, you have thought about it and looked at things. And my last thing goes hand in hand with this. Make sure you have researched the company. Make sure you know something about the company. Don't go in there not knowing anything, because when you have things that you can ask about the company, that lets the interviewer know you did your homework on the company. You need to know, you also need to tell them why you think this company should hire you, why you think you will do a great job at that company. What will you bring to that company? And also you have researched, what can the company do for me? Because when we are applying for jobs, we should be looking at what the company can offer me. What kind of skill set can I get from this company? What, if this is going to be my main job, what kind of skill set? What kind of training do you offer? Will you teach me marketable skills that I can take elsewhere and use at another position? So you have to think about all those things, and you can ask, what do you think I will gain from this position? What have others gained from this position? You need to think about those things and ask these things, because you are doing a service for the employer. So you need to know, what service can the employer do for you? It's not always about how, them giving you a paycheck. It's about what marketable skills can you gain? What can I take from here to get something better? Because when we leave one job, we always want to step up. So what can I take from this position that will make me better in another position? Oh, okay, Rockley. I will suggest, and I tell everybody, I'm in IT, have been for a long time. And you don't need degrees for IT. You need certifications. So if you can go on, get you a couple of certifications, find you an entry-level tech support position online, and then grow from there, because a lot of IT jobs, there are a lot online. So, yep, there are a lot online, and there are higher paying IT jobs online. There are really. Yes, entry-level tech support. For entry-level tech support, you can get this certification. It's called the A Plus. And then I don't know what it's called now, Rockley, but it's by Microsoft, and it was the MCDST, which was called Microsoft Certified Desktop Support Technician. They have another name for it now. I don't know what it is, but that was the old certification. So you can Google MCDST and find out what the new one is. And those are two great entry-level tech support certifications that you can get. I have my A plus, and then if you are into networking, which is like internet and stuff like that, you can get your Net Plus, and I have that one also. And that's just about networking, basically, the internet. So, so if you are looking for something, yeah, you can get them through a local community college, Rockley. And if you are big into networking, this is a great one to get. Cisco. They make great people who have that skill, who learn Cisco, get great positions. Oh, I can't recommend the school because Rockley, basically, if you go and Google those certifications, you can basically get all of the information that you need online. People have books. People have written books. CompTIA writes the books for A plus and N plus, and you can go on Microsoft.com and get the information for their desktop support certification. No problem. And you really don't have to take a class unless you're a class person. Like some people can't study on their own. They need someone to tell them. And that's okay. Me, I can self-study. It just depends on what it is. So, and I self-studied for most of all. Yes, so you can just go to study. What you do is you just study and then you sign up to take the test. I think the A plus, it's 2 parts. So you take the hardware part and the software part. And I think it was like $125 a piece. I'm not sure. I don't remember. And so same thing about the Network Plus and the Microsoft. I think their tests are still $125 a piece. And I don't know how many you have to take for the desktop support certification through Microsoft. But yeah, you could just study and go take them. Nope. And the Cisco test, they're a little bit more expensive. I don't remember how much, but I know they are more expensive. So, yep. So IT is a great field if you want to work from home. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Well, guys, don't forget to sign up for Fetch Rewards. You can earn points for gift cards just for uploading receipts. So if you've been shopping at Walmart, Kroger, wherever grocery store, you upload your receipts and you get points towards gift cards. I think for every 2,000 points, maybe you get a $5 gift card. But hey, if it's just uploading receipts that you spent money with already, that is a source of income. And we always go to the store. I think I go to the store almost every day. So Fetch works great for me. So if you are into uploading your receipts and uploading your receipts and earning points for gift cards, Carol will put the link for Fetch in the comments. And if you are looking to take surveys as a way to earn a side hustle, Survey Junkie has various side surveys and videos and other things that you can earn points for gift cards and also money. So if you are looking to, I don't think Carol is in here. Hold on. Carol, are you here? One moment, guys. I'll get the link to Fetch for you. Maybe Carol will put those in there. She'll put those in there, guys. So if you are looking for Fetch to earn money off of gift cards, Fetch is, earn money off your receipts. Fetch is a great app. And if you are looking for a link to take surveys to earn extra money, also watch videos. Okay. So for Fetch, you will download the app and use the code 1X6KP. So download the app and use the code 1X6KP. And Carol will put the link for Survey Junkies. Sorry, Carol. Any more questions? Well, I hope you guys have a great week. And if you are engaging in the social distancing, please be safe. I think we are going to, my kids are on spring break, so they will be on social distancing. I'm trying to see. We're supposed to go somewhere, but I'm thinking about it. Carol, can you put the link for Survey Junkie? So we are, I think a lot of people in my community are planning to do the social distancing, only because we do have little children and elderly in our community, like everybody else. So I hope you guys are staying safe. I went to the grocery store yesterday and oh my gosh, it was nothing there. Nothing. When I went this morning, they did have a few of the things that I needed, but again, it was still empty. They had bought all of the chicken, ground beef. Oh my gosh, it was like a desert in there yesterday. I only needed one thing, and I stayed in line to get 15 minutes to get two things. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna get, okay, hold on. Yeah, Bryceland, ours, we were empty of the basics. I think I was telling my husband we had the bigger, like big roast, and I call them sides of beef or whatever. But yeah, it's nothing. I'm a couponer, so I have tissue, paper towel, and soap and laundry detergent. So I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm a couponer, so I always have. Hey, Dorothy. Hello. And so I wasn't worried about the tissue and paper towel and all of that, toothpaste, none of that. I think I couponed probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and I stocked up on a lot of stuff. So they can have all the toilet paper and whatever. So I hope you guys, if you don't have it, you can go out and get it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, Carol. Can you put it on YouTube? Yeah. So I think our Kroger had some tissue and paper towel earlier. They probably don't have any now, but I went to the store early this morning. So, yeah. Well, guys, please stay safe. Watch after your loved ones. Make sure you're checking on your elderly relatives. Make sure they're staying safe. Yeah. Had a little funny tidbit the other day when I was leaving work. This kid, and I didn't. I read it after, but he was selling. He got suspended from school for selling squirts of hand sanitizer. He he was selling squirts of it for 64 cents at school, so they suspended him. I thought it was hilarious. His dad said, I don't know how to punish him because, you know, he was being entrepreneurial, which was funny though. I wouldn't know how to deal with that either because I am an entrepreneur, and if my kid, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't I don't know how to punish that because probably did. Yeah, way to go. That's what I said, Bryce. And I was like, hey, can't knock his hustle. You know, he was getting 64 cents a squirt. Just think if he had a 64-ounce bottle, how many squirts that would have been. So, but apparently he got suspended. But, you know, hey, the dad didn't know how to punish him. It's kind of funny. Well, okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us. For those of you who are joining us on YouTube and would like to join us on Facebook, please check us out at Two Chicks with a Side Hustle. If you are wanting to join our Facebook group, type in Kiss That Cubicle Goodbye. And also, if you are on Facebook, please join our YouTube channel at Two Chicks with a Side Hustle. Carol posts different work from home jobs across all social media platforms, and the higher paying ones are usually on YouTube. So guys, check us out. We will see you next time we go live. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.